process of configuring the Chargeback app. So once you install it, go ahead and click on App Setup and Configuration. In this dashboard, you have a setup screen right here, App Setup screen. For Splunk Cloud customers, enable just these 7 jobs here, nothing else. Nothing else should be enabled. And in case you chose to use a different index than chargeback underscore summary, update this macro here, number 9. Nothing else to do for Splunk Cloud customers. And obviously, it would be a good idea to actually create the index now before you save your changes here. There's a button here to save it. Now for Splunk Cloud customers, just follow these instructions in here. Anytime it says cloud only, disable that, cloud only, disable that. Then you're going to need all of these jobs. And then if you scroll down here, same thing for Splunk Cloud customers. You have to create an index. And then down here in section 5, you need to follow the instructions exactly as it shows here. So copy and paste this into here. It tells you here that you need to change this macro to this value. Make sure you retain the double quotes around it, exactly like that. And then you need to update these 3 macros. First thing is you run a discovery. Let this run. It's going to output what it finds in your stack into a lookup table. And then you click on step 2, and it's going to basically create for you these 3 macros right here as fields. And all you need to do is just copy paste this value. So for example, chargeback tracker hosts, we go find that, paste in there. Chargeback tracker host all, copy this, paste it in here, etc., etc. And same thing for the last macro. Once you're done, you save. That's it. That's the setup process to get it configured and so the jobs can start running. Then you can exit from that. And then best thing to do is now to, for the first time, run this job 1, 2, 4, and 5. You just run them, you just make sure they're returning data and everything's good. This is for Splunk Cloud customers. For Splunk on-prem customers, go to section 8.1. Same thing. You want to run 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 here. Number 6, number 7. You want to run number 8 here, 9, and just make sure it's returning data. And then you need to start working on the custom identity data store. So for Splunk Cloud customers or on-prem, this job here, custom identities gen job, or there's another link to it down here to basically customize the same thing. So if we click on it over here, you just need to basically map whatever data set you have, whatever, if it's coming from ServiceNow, Remedy, etc., or even a lookup table, whatever the fields that you have in that data set, normalize them to the app convention. So the username is called user_name, the business unit is a business unit, business_unit, etc., etc. Do that, set your time selector here to an appropriate time, save the job, and that's the only thing you need to customize. If your data can be found in AD, there's an example in here, number 3, that you can use, and basically I use that as an example to create that job for you. Then, once we're done with the identities, then we start running the dry run and just checking your results and make sure we're starting to classify data. Right here, you can see business unit department. Our objective is to get to 100% as much as possible. If we're still need classification, use the eight this, enrichment principles. And right here, there's a macro here that you can use. For example, I can just copy this, put it in here. This will populate the user to business unit table so you can make your classifications in there. How do you get to these tables? Back to the same exact dashboard, app setup and configuration under setup and help. The first four will be found in panel 2 here. So user to business unit, here you go. You click on it to open that table. That job would have added the additional users to the list here, like this example. Give them business unit, give them a department. Optional. All the other information is optional. These are the two important fields. And the same thing for app to business unit here. So here's an example for app to business unit. Right? I recommend going 24 hours when you do that. And just back again into here, click on app to business unit and populate the information about it as much as you can. If you think it's being shared or it's not, you're not 100% sure it's used by a particular business unit, don't use that option. Skip it. Use a different method to enrich the data. That's it. Hopefully this was helpful. Happy to create more like this video if you find this useful. Thank you so much.